slow down. Your letter still sleeps beside my bed, ink fading softly from words you said. My love always still written in blue. Funny how paper can still carry you. The curtains were dancing that October night, cream-colored silence and pale candlelight. You wore white satin like moonlight on skin, and I knew right there I would never win. Slow down, don't let the night disappear. Stay close, like smoke and perfume in the air. Time moves too quickly, love leaves too soon, but I still find pieces of you underneath every moon. The apartment still holds you in little ways, coffee cups resting like unfinished days. Your favorite records still wait by the shelf. Some nights I play them just to feel something else. Outside the windows, the whole city glows, but nothing shines softer than the love that we lost. And healing feels strange when beauty remains in dresses, in letters, in old window rain. Slow down, don't let the moment dissolve. Some hearts never completely move on, and every small memory still blooms like spring. Even after goodbye, love leaves traces on everything. Maybe that's why I still light candles at night. Maybe losing you taught me how to miss something beautiful. Slow down, stay here a little more, like jazz through an open door. And if love disappears like the end of a song, why do I still feel you long after you're gone? Slow down. Champagne lipstick on the crystal glass, golden hour fading much too fast. Your perfume lingered all across the room, like white flowers blooming in early June. You stood by the mirror wearing silk and gold, looking like a secret too beautiful to hold. We were the lovers, slow dancing out of time, kissing through the silence like the world was only mine. Every little glance from you felt like candlelight, soft, dangerous, unforgettable in the middle of the night. Your lipstick on the martini rim still hasn't faded yet. Funny how a single touch can live inside your head. The jazz was playing softly, some old velvet tune, and your eyes looked darker beneath the moon. Everybody watched you, but you only looked at me, like love was something private no one else could see. We were the lovers, burning slow and bright, turning empty rooms into something warm at night. And every little memory still shines in champagne gold. Some people leave your life, but never leave your soul. Maybe beautiful things were never meant to stay. Maybe love exists in moments that fade away, in lipstick marks, in perfume smoke, in the way your name still feels like poetry. We were the lovers, soft skin and city lights, dancing through forever, for a couple borrowed nights. And even now, when jazz fills up the room, I still see your shadow, moving slowly through the gloom. Books stacked beside the bed, half-read words and empty wine. Sunday light across the floor, quiet little life of mine. You used to leave your jacket on the chair beside the door. Now sunlight fills the apartment, but you don't live here anymore. Still the mornings feel softer lately, like healing finally arrived. And for the first time in forever, I think my heart survived. Be full with love, even after goodbye, even when old memories still visit late at night. Let your heart stay open, don't turn cold because it hurts. Some people lose each other, but still teach each other worth. I saw a girl downtown today, wearing confidence like silk, golden light upon her skin, soft hands, champagne, vanilla milk. And suddenly I understood, love was never meant to break me. It was meant to leave beauty behind in all the places it touched gently. Now I paint my nails pale pink, buy flowers just because, dance alone to old jazz records, and call that healing love. Be full with love, even when it leaves, even when the ending comes like autumn through the trees. Because some hearts stay beautiful, not from never breaking apart, but from learning how to carry tenderness inside a healing heart. Maybe growing up means romanticizing your own life again. Soft music, clean sheets, books beside the window, and loving yourself quietly. Be full with love, like candlelight in spring, like jazz beneath apartment windows, like gold wedding rings. And if somebody leaves someday, don't let bitterness begin. There's still something beautiful about letting love back in. The bed still holds your shape, like you just left this morning. White sheets tangled softly and quiet after warning. Your perfume on my sweater, wine resting by the glass. Funny how love can disappear, but little things still last. And I still think about the words we never said, how silence built a home between your heart and mine instead. The weight of unsaid thoughts falls heavier at night, when the whole world disappears and there's nowhere left to hide. 'Cause maybe we were lovers who loved too carefully, holding back the deepest parts, afraid of honesty. You wore your sadness gently, like ribbons in your hair, smiling through the distance, pretending nothing's there. And I kept acting fearless while slowly coming undone. Two people standing close together, still feeling alone. Now candles burn beside me like ghosts of softer days, and every little memory still lingers when jazz plays. The weight of unsaid thoughts still echoes through these rooms, like footsteps down a hallway or flowers left to bloom. Maybe love grows fragile when feelings stay concealed, because the deepest wounds are often never revealed. If I had held you closer, if you had stayed a while, maybe we could have saved ourselves with one honest conversation. Maybe love doesn't end suddenly, maybe it fades quietly inside the things we never say. The weight of unsaid thoughts still lives inside my chest. Some nights healing feels impossible, some nights it almost rests. And though your touch is gone now, your memory still remains, like soft rain on old windows, or jazz beneath heartbreak pain. White wine on the table, smoke fading into blue. The room stays quiet long enough for me to hear the truth. I used to hold too tightly to people, years, and pain. Now I let the evening hold me and gently begin again. Fresh flowers in a glass vase, half-read books beside the bed. I think healing looks prettier than anything I ever said. So I wear softness like perfume, silk slipping from my skin, like candles in empty rooms, and let new air come in. I don't need a grand restart, just slow mornings now and then, a softer way to love myself and gently begin again. Late nights in cream cream-colored dresses, jazz humming through the dark. Tiny beautiful habits keeping my heart soft. There's something sacred in becoming without rushing who you are, like flowers opening quietly without asking for applause. Maybe peace is small, maybe it's just this: wine stains on cold glasses, and learning not to resist. So I wear softness like perfume, let old versions fade, leave space on the table for the woman I'm becoming now. No drama, no destruction, no need to disappear. Just one soft breath and beginning again here. Cream silk falling off my shoulders, Sunday light across the room, black shoes waiting by the doorway, like they already know what I'll choose. Everybody wants a reason, something clean, something true. But maybe love is softer than that. Maybe it only has to make sense to you. I stopped asking for permission to romanticize my life. Now I buy flowers for no reason and stay out dancing after wine. I want soft mornings and dark espresso, bare skin and linen sheets, slow conversations in old apartments, jazz playing quietly, no perfect ending, no grand solution, just little things that pull me through. Maybe peace isn't understood, maybe it only has to make sense to you. There's lace tangled in my weekend bag, lipstick fading on a glass, and somewhere between leaving and staying, I finally stop living too fast. The fireplace half broken, still beautiful somehow, like me learning elegance in the middle of figuring it out. Maybe I was never lost, maybe I was becoming a softer woman with steadier hands. So let me keep my strange little rituals, candles burning in empty rooms, dresses in winter, reading novels past 2. I don't need the world to understand me, I just need a life that feels true. And if it feels like home in my chest, then it makes enough sense to me too. White shirt slipping loose at midnight, taxi lights against your skin, lipstick stains on crystal glasses, downtown air pulling me in. You look like an old black and white film, moving slowly through the room, like you already know something the rest of us are trying to prove. The city glows gold in the distance, we don't say much at all, just your hand brushing mine, like a secret down the hall. Midnight in the city, red nails, soft perfume, jazz playing somewhere far away, while the skyline fills the room. You kiss me like an old romance, slow enough to almost hurt, and suddenly New York feels smaller than the space between your words. Coffee cups on silver trays, black heels crossing empty streets, art books stacked beside the window, smoke curling softly from your sleeve. We talk about nothing for hours like beautiful people do, trying to make loneliness glamorous until it starts feeling true. Maybe love is just this, late nights and low lights, someone beautiful beside you while the whole city disappears. Midnight in the city, empire lights burning gold, your reflection in the mirror like a story someone told. And for a moment I believe life could really look like this. Soft music, clean white linen, and a love too elegant to fix. Coffee stains on silver trays, city windows catching light, your hand resting on my waist, like you planned to stay all night. White cotton and gold reflections, lipstick pressed against the glass. We make ordinary moments feel like something made to last. Downtown moving underneath us, crowded streets and blurred headlights, but the world goes quiet instantly anytime you look at me. Champagne-colored evenings, slow dancing in your suit, Manhattan glowing softly like it's lit for me and you. Love letters in my necklace, your name hidden in gold. You hold me like old cinema, beautiful and slow. Late espresso martinis, red nails tracing your skin. There's jazz somewhere in the background, and your cologne on my wrists again. You kiss me like you missed me, even when I just arrived, like loving me is something you've rehearsed your whole life. Maybe heaven looks like this, black heels on city pavement, your hand at the small of my back, while New York fades into music. Champagne-colored evenings, soft laughter, hotel bars, the skyline spilling gold light across expensive hearts. And if this all disappears someday, like smoke into the dark, I'll still remember how you loved me, like modern art. You walk into crowded rooms like a memory I almost knew. Dark curls falling down your back, Paris light and dressed in black. There's music pouring from the doorway, summer air against your skin. And somehow in the noise of strangers, you still feel familiar. Maybe love is not a question, maybe souls just always do. Circle back across the seasons until they land in something true. across gold-lit conversations and streets that never sleep at night. Maybe different names will hold us, maybe different hearts, different eyes, but I swear you'll still remember the feeling when you look at mine. Espresso glasses on cold marble, your lipstick fading on the rim. You laugh softly at something careless, and I fall in love again. Silver necklace by your collarbone, tiny secrets made of gold. You wear romance like old movies, beautiful and untold. If the world forgets our story, if time steals all we knew, I'll still reach for you in crowded places like my hands were made to. You will find me every lifetime, through every version we become, in candlelight and rushing summers, in quiet mornings yet to come. And even if forever changes, like shadows moving with the light, I'll still love you like I knew you long before this life. You kissed me softly near the hotel stairs, your cologne still tangled in my hair. Streetlights painted gold across your skin, like the city wanted us to give in. Champagne glasses trembling in your hand, you looked at me like no one ever can. And for a moment all the noise disappeared, just your heartbeat pulling me near. Maybe love was always meant to feel a little dangerous. Meet me where the evening glows, where nobody asks and nobody knows. Your hand on my waist, slow dancing in the dark, like we were born inside this spark. And if tomorrow changes everything, tonight still tastes like a dream. So kiss me slowly one more time, like forever exists tonight. Your jacket wrapped around my shoulders tight. We wandered through the city after 5. Windows glowing amber in the rain, and somehow nothing felt the same. You burned brushed your thumb against my cheek, like you heard every word I couldn't speak. And all the lonely nights before didn't matter anymore. If this is only temporary, then let me stay inside the feeling just a little longer, just until the morning. Meet me where the evening glows, where nobody asks and nobody knows. Your lips against my skin so slow, like you already know that even if the lights burn out, and even if we disappear, I'll remember how you held me close, like love was finally here. You smiled while the flash went off at 2 a.m. Champagne shaking softly in your hand again. Your tie half loose, my lipstick on your skin, like the night itself was letting us win. Cold sidewalks underneath my heels, but your hand in mine made everything feel real. Golden windows glowing through the dark, like the city memorized our hearts. Some nights disappear forever, some stay with you like perfume. Meet me where the lights burn low, where time moves soft and slow. You look at me like I'm art, like you already know my heart. And even if the morning calls, and even if this moment falls, I'll still be grateful for it all, for loving you at all. Black dress dancing in the rain outside, you brush the curls away from my eyes. Old buildings, quiet conversations, late night bars and train stations. Your voice was velvet in the dark, leaving little fires in my heart. And every lonely year before didn't matter anymore. If love was only borrowed time, then I'd still choose you every night. Every glance, every touch, every almost too much. Meet me where the lights burn low, when nobody has to know. Just your fingers laced in mine, like we still have time. And if someday this fades away, I'll replay these nights the same, because you gave my heart a place, and nothing feels empty now. coffee stains and folded pages, tiny worlds inside apartments, morning light across the table, turning ordinary into gold. Slow footsteps on the staircase wood, rain perfume inside the hallway, someone laughing from another room, a winter afternoon in bloom. Nothing asked to last forever, still it mattered all the same. It's the art of loving the smallest parts of living, half-empty cups beside the sink, and all the quiet in between. The way the curtains moved at dawn, old songs playing softly on. Nothing grand, nothing loud, just fleeting things that stayed somehow. Tiramisu and dark espresso, black heels waiting by the door, long dark hair caught in reflections, jazz spilling onto wooden floors, tiny lipstick marks on glasses, silver jewelry in the dark, the city glowing far below us, like scattered pieces of our hearts. Some moments never ask for meaning, they simply happen and disappear. But years from now they still return, softly and completely clear. It's the art of loving, finding beauty without holding, collecting fragments as they come, before they fade into someone. Not perfection, not forever, just the tenderness of time, and being there enough to know how beautiful it was to be alive. Red wine breathing by the shoreline, pages turning in the sand, salt air caught inside white linen, evening resting in our hands, tea stains on a porcelain saucer, Sunday light across the floor, fresh bread cooling in the kitchen, soft footsteps through the corridor. Time moves slowly there, like it had nowhere else to be. Porcelain mornings, velvet nights, tiny pieces of just seasons learning how to stay in cups of tea and ocean evenings and quiet hearts that slowly change. Porcelain mornings, velvet nights, tiny pieces of a beautiful life. Nothing asked for more than this. Simple days we almost miss. And years from now they'll still return. The warmth of rooms, the scent of earth. Because the smallest parts of living always leave the deepest mark. Red wine circles on the counter, face mask drying by the sink, hair clipped up with nowhere to go, just letting myself breathe. Fresh polish shining under lamplight, silk robe slipping off one side, old French music in the background, midnight moving slow tonight. No messages, no noise, just the comfort of my own company. Velvet after midnight, bare skin and soft lights, little rituals that feel like art, putting myself back together in the dark. Expensive creams and tired eyes, jazz echoing through the night. Nothing dramatic, nothing new, just learning how to love the quiet too. Perfume resting on the nightstand, half-read pages on the floor, candles melting into shadows, white sheets tangled by the door. Late espresso, painted fingernails, lip gloss stains on crystal glass. Some nights aren't meant for romance, some nights are just meant to last. The world keeps asking for attention, but tonight I disappear into slow songs and soft linen, and the peace I found in here. Velvet after midnight, soft chaos, city lights, tiny moments dressed in gold. solitude feel beautiful. And maybe this is Dolce Vita, not a person, not a place, just warm light against my skin, and finally liking my own space. Ivory smoke curls through my fingertips like whispered confessions dissolving in dusk. Merlot trembling in crystal silence, while midnight blooms against the glass. Your absence lingers like amber perfume, folded delicately into the room. And one quiet tear slips past my cheek, soft as a sonnet too weary to speak. Some wounds arrive beautifully like moonlight entering a cathedral. Blue hour reverie, velvet sorrow draped over me, learning how to cradle the ache without letting it hollow me. And though your name still glows faintly like gold beneath extinguished flame, I gather the ruins tenderly and call them by another name. The chandelier hums in low reflection, silver shadows across my skin. Outside, the city spills its glitter like diamonds drowning in the rain. I trace forgotten constellations along the rim of porcelain cups, wondering if devotion always leaves traces impossible to touch. Perhaps becoming is gentle, not thunder, not collapse, but the quiet resurrection of a heart returning to itself. Blue hour reverie, cigarette embers and fading symphonies. No tragic ending, no grand despair, only tenderness surviving there. And somewhere beneath the morning, a softer woman slowly appears, draped in smoke and satin light, still luminous through all these years. Cinnamon melting in the kitchen, magazines scattered on the floor, cream knit sleeves around my fingers, while rain leans softly on the door. Laptop glowing on the sofa, old jazz humming low and thin. City lights climb through the windows like little secrets drifting in. Vintage staircases and perfume, lip gloss pressed against porcelain cups, silk ribbons falling from my shoulders, while midnight slowly folds us up. Some nights arrive quietly and still become unforgettable. Cinnamon evenings in Manhattan, soft curls and flickering gold, fashion pages, lace and candlelight, trying on versions of my soul. And somewhere between the jazz songs and headlines wrapped in glossy blue, I became the kind of woman who romanticizes every room. Lingerie beneath oversized sweaters, bare feet crossing wooden floors, silver flash against the mirror, like old cinema still wanting more. Outside the skyline glows champagne, inside everything moves slow. The world feels softer after midnight, like it finally learned to let go. No grand romance, no tragedy, just velvet hours dressed in cream. A girl becoming herself slowly inside her own cinematic dream. Cinnamon evenings in Manhattan, red wine circles by the bed, old Vogue covers, smoky records, and 1,000 unsent things unsaid. The city flickers like a necklace hung against the evening sky, and for once I do not need saving to feel beautiful tonight. Silver silk against the skin, where the midnight light begins. Orchids pinned in golden hair, perfume in the velvet air, lace sleeves resting on the glass, watching all the shadows pass. A lipstick stain on porcelain white, the quiet glamour of the night, dressed in stardust, soft and deep. Secrets that the diamonds keep, born of grace from stars above, made of love and made to love. Walking through the marble hall, the softest echo on the wall, a shimmering gown, a steady heart, beauty lived as living art. The world is loud, but you are still a vintage dream, a quiet thrill, just a trace of red left behind, a sweet impression on the mind. Before the morning breaks the spell and rings the early chapel bell, wrapped in silver, draped in white, the lonely magic of the light, made of love, made to Two windows open to the cooling air. He leans outside just to see her there. A steady hand holds a camera high, tracing her shape against the evening sky. No words are needed across the stone. Together in the city, but still alone. A lipstick stain on a paper cup as the moon goes down and the world wakes up. We're dining on a terrace high above the street, where the cold night air and the warm hearts meet. A love letter written in red on a shirt, a little bit of magic, a little bit of flirt, made of love and made to love. Smoke curls upward from a balcony rail. across a courtyard where the light is pale, leaning on the iron in a simple white tee, exactly where we're both supposed to be. Just denim and shadows and a quiet view of a world that's older but feels brand new. The restaurant sign glows a soft, warm gold, a story of a summer that never grows old. Freeze the frame while the light is right in the indigo blue of a Saturday night. Just a trace of red on the porcelain rim in the quiet hour before the stars go dim. Made of love and made to love, the city humming from the streets below. Just two windows in a row, made to love, purely made of love.